Hi everybody, this is Cheychuu. Welcome back to my channel. How are you guys all doing? I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful day, night, wherever you guys may be in the world. Happy lunar eclipse and full moon in Cancer day, by the way. And also happy 111 portal. You may be feeling the effects right now of that portal a little bit right now, but the full effects will be mainly tomorrow. But I just wanted to jump in and just say hi and wishing you guys all a beautiful day and hoping that you guys all stay safe, because the full moon is all about, you know, purging and letting go of things and stuff like that. And sometimes full moon can make us a little bit moody and crabby and crazy. And it's funny because I say crabby because it is Cancer. So you think you're a lot more emotional during a full moon. Well, wait, since it's a Cancer, everybody's going to be in their feelings. So don't be surprised if you run into people who are a little bit more like, you know, like not feeling so well or not themselves. Don't take it personal, okay? It's just affecting a lot of us energetic wise. So yeah, but you'll be just fine, okay? I'm gonna jump in and do a little quick tarot reading just to see what's going on with the new moon. So by the way, if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, everything will be linked in the box below, okay? Also, I want to mention that Spirit has been saying, if you feel guided to, please listen to my Twin Flame playlist. It's full of, I keep adding more music here and there, and I've been guided a lot to listen to music lately. So it may not suit everybody's taste in music, mind you, but I try to include a lot of different types, especially things that I like to listen to in particular. So if there's none that resonates, then I'm sorry, but overall it is channeled messages through music and through that playlist. So I'm almost at 200 songs in that thing. So if you guys have any suggestions, go ahead and leave it in the comments below as well. But I'm going to be doing the tarot reading on the new moon. Okay, so the new moon, I believe, is on the 24th. So it is actually like a day before the Chinese New Year. Okay. Oh, I'm noticing like this little whatever that is. Okay, anywho, but yes, it's gonna be a new moon, and I think it's correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think it's in Capricorn. I think it's in a different sign. It might be Aquarius, I believe, but I will double check, okay? Because mind you, I make mistakes all the time. I am not perfect, okay? Like last time in my last video, I mentioned of Jupiter conjuncting Pluto, but it was actually Saturn conjuncting Pluto, which explained a lot of the Devil card popping up into the readings, the past readings. So I was like, oh, okay, well that makes sense now. But anywho, I'm gonna go ahead. Hi guys, so welcome back. I'm gonna be going to jump into the new moon reading for January 24th. I believe it is in the sign of Aquarius, so it's a big leap, let's just say that. Anywho, I'm gonna like use, of course, my simple handy classic tarot deck. So yeah, by the way, I'm gonna have a timestamp below, and don't mind me if like I don't have any fake eyelashes on this time, so I don't need them or anything like that. I just like to wear them, or I'm just into like the whole makeup scene and stuff like that. But like if you notice something different, my eyes are not like, you know. And by the way, don't mind me, I'm also legal medical here, so don't mind me, I have a vape here. So yeah. Cheers, by the way. Okay, so I'm gonna be, Aquarius is all about seeing things and illumination of things. It also represents the star card. So right now they're giving me the star card as I speak right now, and I think everything that I've talked about in previous videos still apply to right now, except for, of course, energy is always shifting. It never stays the same. Energy is very fluid, so it can't possibly stay the same. So since the last time we spoke, of course, there's been a lot of energy shifts that have been happening, a lot of realizations, a lot of downloads, a lot of crown chakra activations as well. I've also noticed that solar plexus chakra activations have been very heavy, especially within the divine feminine energy, and as well as the root chakra, by the way. Also, I'm getting a lot of sexual energy from the divine masculine energy. At first I thought it was mine, and I thought it was the divine feminines, but then I was like, no, I think this is coming from them. Okay, so it's more so like a sexual frustration type of energy. And also for some reason there's this thing with the DMs always wanting to sneak up behind people or sneak up behind the divine feminine in a way to like embrace. So I'm getting more of that visual right now, like they're hungry like the wolf, and they're wanting to devour you right now, divine feminine. So they're giving me a lot of aggressive energy right now, sexually aggressive energy, and more so, I don't know if it's a thing with divine masculines. Tell me if this is a thing with yours counterparts, or if you know of that, if this resonates, because mind you, this reading also, mind you, it will not resonate for everybody. I'm only pulling a specific group in that matter, so take what resonates and throw out the rest. All right. Also, when I call it signs, it doesn't mean that it has to be in your chart. I'm just pulling the overall energy of the card. And by the way, divine masculine, divine feminine, doesn't matter. It's a label. Twin flame, it's a label. Soulmate, whatever. It's just more so the importance of the connection and what you feel. And also it can be any gender, so male, female, doesn't matter. It can be divine masculine, divine feminine. Takes what applies and just leave the rest. All right. Okay, so now that I got that out of the way, but they are giving me more so like if this applies right now, there's something with biting, like hungry, like vampire, like wolf type of thing. Like there's something, they're giving me a visual, and this is not the first time, where it's more so the DM likes playfully biting the DF, like marking my territory type of thing, like imprinting. I don't know. All I know is that you are not an object to be owned and everything like that. So, but it's more so like, you know what I'm talking about, more like a playful manner. It's not more of like an egotistic type of way. It's more of a, I'm showing affection, you know. And if you're into that, it's more like a, you know what I'm talking about, especially if you're like a fire sign, divine feminine, you know, like it's just playful energy, okay, but in an aggressive way, but not taken in a way where it's just really toxic. Okay, so I just wanted to make that very clear. I'll jump right in. Also, divine feminines, try to stay out of your ego side as far as like jumping to conclusions, overthinking. You know how we can be. Sometimes we make up scenarios in our mind and then run with it as if it's the truth because of, you know, insecurities, because this journey does trigger our darkest form, which is like jealousy, which is comparison, you know, not feeling good enough. It's like triggers a lot of inner childhood wounds right now. So mind you, around this time, since it is the full moon in Cancer, we have in the eclipse, it's a little bit more intense than a normal regular full moon. Okay, it's gonna be kind of like energy where you're gonna feel mad, you're gonna feel sad, you're gonna feel happy. It's like a roller coaster of emotions. Okay, so just go with the flow is what I always say. Don't fight the current, and try to release control on this journey, and release and detach to all outcomes. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and ask for the overall energy for this new moon in Aquarius, by the way. So in a couple weeks, when the Chinese New Year. Oh my god, the Hangman came out reversed again, and they're telling me to leave it. Okay. We got the same card in the last spread. Okay. I'm gonna ask for 2 more cards. 2 more cards, please. Okay. So the Hangman came out in reverse, and like I said from the last video, it's all about crown chakra activations right now, so lots of downloads. Also being put in a position where you feel like things are stagnant right now, that things are not moving, but trust me, it may seem like it's not moving right now, and because you're not seeing the fruits of your labor right in front of you, but just know that try not to go by what you see and everything, go by what you feel. All right, that's kind of like what's going on right now. Look for your third eye, and you know, try to get past all the illusions, like I said, of what's being brought to you. But a lot of realizations, a lot of like awakenings. People are awakening, going through a spiritual awakening. So you've been seeing the numbers like 1111 or 7s have been very apparent, and also the infinity signs as well has been a big sign, especially for the twins. by the way. So the second card to pop out right here is the Nine of Pentacles. So stand your ground, stay in your power, especially to divine feminines around this time. Ground yourself. So this time's all about grounding and also focusing on possibly your career path or what it is that brings you joy, as far as like what grounds you. And I'm seeing more of the solar plexus chakra activations happening with the divine feminine right now. Again, I was feeling that heavy energy of the divine masculine with the heart chakra. So you guys are sharing, like I said, you guys share the heart chakra, so whatever they feel, it's going to be mirrored back to you, vice versa. So it was like that heavy like heartbreak, but I'm feeling like that feeling of not only heartbreak, but it's more so that activation of it being pried open. So it's like that poking holes in the heart, but it's painful, but then in the holes there's light coming out of it. So I'm seeing someone stabbing a heart, but then with each stab, like light is coming through each hole. So until it keeps breaking down until to the point where it's just completely shining. Like that's literally what they're giving me right now. As far as like clairvoyant, really. Okay. And then the other card to pop out was the Two of Swords. So being at a crossroads, having to make decisions, again, using your intuition. I'm seeing the moon right now. Bringing up like being in your headspace, being in your thoughts and mind, and feeling like I have to choose between two decisions. Whether that be like choosing between two jobs, choosing between two life paths, I don't know, two people, choosing between two people, love interest, etc. Like just having a moment where you're going to have to, instead of using logic for this right now, I feel like it's more so like how I was saying last time, of balancing out and knowing when to use your intuition and when to use logic, okay? But you got to be careful with that, because sometimes they, you know, with the full moon especially, it brings out illusions. So it kind of makes you stuck in that headspace of like, oh no, I don't know what to choose, like I don't know what to do, that type of thing. So you're kind of like, it's easy to feel like stuck in that hangman energy is what I'm saying. It's easily to get into that emotion, but sometimes it's necessary to be hung upside down, or just to take a step back in order to make a sound-based decision. Don't feel rushed that you have to make a decision right away. Does that make sense? Like don't feel, you may feel rushed because of the energies of the way that the, you know, astrology and the way that the planets are working. That's because of also the Capricorn energy that you're feeling, that fiery energy as well, of getting things done and getting things in order. But try not to do it so much to the point where you burn yourself out, where I know that it's understandable, we're human, like we have so much things that we have to do. Like we're always thinking, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to get this done. Oh no, like this won't go well if I don't do that. It's like, it's that Two of Swords energy of like being thrown in many different directions, but slow down. Like try to slow down and practice patience, okay? And practice like I said, like grounding yourself, like taking a step back, using that earth energy to really ground yourself during this time. Because when you're being thrown around in different directions, you're going to want to make sure that you have a firm plant onto the ground, pretty much like your feet. You're not able to be swayed in many different forms. And also Spirit is saying that quote right now, they're saying if you don't stand for anything, then you can fall for, if you don't stand for something, then you can fall for anything. Excuse me, that's what they're saying to me right now. If you don't stand for something, then you're susceptible to fall for anything. So it's more so like taking that stance, like taking back your power, because everyone has their own form of power, their own form of way that they gain power. So, you know, it's like that. It's just standing your ground, creating firm boundaries for yourself and for others, you know, and sticking to them, by the way, respecting, you know, yourself and everything like that. So it's a lot of like realizations of the way that you've possibly been treating yourself for a long time is what I'm getting. Okay, so it's at the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So the world is in your hands at this point. What are you going to do with it? is pretty much what the spirit is asking. So divine masculine energy, what is going on with the divine masculine energy? Is there anything you would like to say to the divine feminine at this current point in time? I'll take 4 cards since, okay. So the first one to pop up is the Queen of Cups. Oh my goodness. So he sees you as, you know, his wish fulfillment, someone who's very loving and also motherly. I'm getting more of like the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio vibes. So someone, this kind of fits what the divine feminine's energy right now around the full moon in Cancer. So you are in your emotions right now. So you might be like kind of crying or like wanting to watch possibly romance flicks, and I don't know, just triggered by emotions is what I'm saying. So divine masculine. Also, he's getting more in touch with his divine feminine energy, his Queen of Cups. So he's getting more in touch with his emotions is what he's saying. So Page of Wands is a little small beginning. So he is making small strides, little small steps in order to pretty much be open to this connection, be open to this journey, and not only just connection, but also opening to his emotions and what makes him happy in that sense, you know. So he's moving forward to a new beginning, is what I would say. 1313 on the clock, which reduces to 4-4. So it's like a masculine energy. Oh my gosh, Temperance. Wow. So he's saying to divine feminine, please have patience right now. I am working with my archangels, my spirit guides, my ancestors, whoever that the divine masculine works with, or with his team of spirit guides, in order to bring forth this emotion to you, okay, this new beginning to you. So it requires divine timing, okay. Also, this is Sagittarius energy, by the way, so make sure that does that. I'm sorry if it hasn't been focusing. Also, awakening. So I'm seeing again enlightenment. Another thing with the Hanged Man right here. You see this with the light. So he's gaining a lot of enlightenment, not only within the crown chakra, but within his emotions and feelings. Also, I'm getting this connection of the angels working heavily and hard to bring this Two of Cups together. So mending that connection, mending that heart chakra is what I'm getting together, like stitching it up together is what I'm getting. You see that? Also, they're showing me the red string of fate. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, it's widely known in a lot of like Asian cultures and stuff like that, by the way, but it's a red string that's connected to 2 people, and it's like a string that cannot be broken. No matter how many times that you try to break it apart, it will always be mended back together. So it's like an unbreakable tie between 2 souls or 2 individuals. So if you guys feel guided to, look up the red string of fate, and they're showing me that's kind of like what's being shown right here is what they're mending, is that red string of fate together. So yeah, anywho, the last card to pop out, you guys are gonna trip the fuck out, divine feminines. The 10 of Cups. So he's saying, divine feminine, you are my wish fulfillment. I see you as someone that I want to have a happy home life with, someone that I can see settling down with, you know, seeing you having my babies, you know, that type of thing. So he's like, yeah, like, I just have patience in divine timing. I am working hard to bring this little beginning forward. I may be coming in a page, like it's like a little offer. So say for instance, like getting like that 8 of Wands energy, like a little communication, whether that be a text message, whether that be a hey, whether that be a like it's just more so him expressing his emotions and his feelings for you, for this connection, but that requires a lot of patience and temperance and a lot of time, okay? So you may not notice this, divine feminine, because I'm noticing that you're too busy looking at the ground. You're too busy. She kind of has like a sour face a little bit, but you're too busy focusing on your cup pretty much. And you don't see this coming in is what I'm saying. But just know and have faith that they are, like the angels, like this is pretty positive. Divine masculine is pretty much saying to the divine feminine, yo, I am working hard to gather the strength to come forward to you, okay? All right, but you know how divine masculines get. They're scared. They don't know if you're gonna like cut their heads off or how you're gonna approach that. So okay, and he's also, why I say that is because he's in that 5 of Cup energy. He's crying over the past right now and what happened in the past, which is at 3 of Cups. If you guys were dealing with a third party energy and stuff like that, he's possibly crying about connections that he had to let go of in order to, you know, move forward in this journey. And it's not easy, okay? It's not like, okay, I throw these people out or I throw this away and then I'm one and done and I'm healed and it's ready to go. It's like, no, that is not how it works. It takes time. It takes time, okay? In order to heal, it takes time. So if you are trying to rush the process, then that's a form of control. You are trying to control the journey, essentially. And all that does is it creates a pushback effect. It really does. It kind of delays it. It doesn't mean that you're preventing it entirely. It just delays the process a little bit. So right now he's mourning the past, okay, not knowing that this 2 of Cups is behind him. It's being mended as well. So divine masculine probably is in his feelings too, you know, because it's the Cancer full moon, you know. So crying over the past, you know, saying goodbye. It's like that saying of, I'm going to say my last goodbye to the past before I make that jump to leap forward into my new future, into my new life, you know. But it's that feeling of, I'm going to have my last cry. I'm going to like have my last mental break down in a way. I'm going to allow myself to feel that and release it and let it go. So I feel like divine masculines are working on that in their own way, in their own form, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pause this. Remember, things like pause like at the, it stops at a certain point. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to go ahead and ask the divine feminine, what would you like to say in response back to the divine masculine? Okay, well that came out like so freaking fast. Wow, okay. So the first one to pop out is the 2 of Pentacles. So she's juggling with something. I'm getting that, like, you seen this, we can see the 2-2 energy right now. You could be seeing 2-2 quite often. 2-2-2 especially, synchronicity wise, divine feminine or divine masculine, doesn't matter. But she's juggling something, whether that be in decision making on, she's just fighting her stability, okay? She's trying to find her grounding right now, her footing is what I would say. So divine feminines, I feel like you guys are in your head and fighting, like, should I stay or should I go? Should I let go of this connection? Should I move on? Should I stay and wait? Now, mind you, I always say to divine feminines, do not wait for anybody. Do not wait for even your divine masculine. You don't wait for nobody, okay? You live your life, and the divine masculine is meant to catch up to you, okay? That's why I always say keep focusing on you and your wants and needs, because eventually he's just going to meet you there anyway. So, and mind you that fighting that, should I let this go, should I do this, whatever, you can't theoretically let go of a twin flame connection. And I don't mean to burst your bubble, but you can't. It's impossible. Like, you can try all you can. You can try cord cutting. Trust me, I've tried it. You can try like everything. And mind you, I suggest do not try cord cutting with a twin flame connection, because that shit is painful. I will never do a cord cutting thing again for a twin flame, because that was painful. Let's just say that. Like, I kind of had karma for that one. I'm not gonna lie. And I was told not to do it, yet I did it anyway, because I don't listen. So they're laughing. But no, for real, it's like, you cannot let go. Theoretically, you can't. It's a part of you. It's like if you're saying, okay, I'm gonna let go of this connection, you're saying I'm letting go a part of me. Because they are you. Essentially, they're just in a different form. They're just in a different physical form outside of you. Okay? It doesn't mean that you need them to complete yourself. You don't need your counterpart to complete your life. You're already whole within yourself. You don't need anyone to complete you, okay? You can do that yourself. However, it's a little bit different with a twin, okay? It's like, it's impossible to let go of the connection. They will always be in the back of your mind. They will always be connected to you at the heart. They will always be connected to you at the soul. It doesn't mean that you have to be with them romantically. That's just my opinion. But however, it is seen as like there is romance involved in the connection, but not all twins are romantically involved with one another. There's some that are actually friends. There's some that are, you know, as long as they're willing to collab and work together in order to, because the main goal is to work together in order to help raise this vibration of the planet co-consciously, to help raise it to the 5D world, to help others and yourself transit and letting go of old paradigms and the 3D mindset, the, you know, the ego and everything like that. It's all about releasing, like, which is why the journey is so hard and so painful, okay? Because, and so much trigger energy happens, is because it's meant for your soul growth, okay? So in a way, it's for how I see it, I'm thankful for all karmic connections, and I'm thankful for all karmic relationships that he or she, whoever the divine masculine is dealing with, because you don't want to be on that receiving end of the life lessons that they have to learn, okay? So in a way, karmic people are handling the lessons out for you while you focus on you and getting your mind and your body and your soul together, okay, divine feminine, which is why it's important to focus on just you and the Trinity, all right? With or without your counterpart, you are whole. And there's a lot more to life besides that, okay? There's a lot more to celebrate. I'm going on a tangent right now because they're giving me a lot of downloads, but I know that divine feminines, we fight our ego a lot of the times because the journey is so painful, and that we're not seeing pretty much in front of us what our counterpart's transformation, especially if you're in physical separation, right? Because mind you, you're never separated, it's an illusion. But if you're not physically in front of them, it's so easy to just assume and jump to conclusions, because you don't know what's going on. You're only going by intuition and going by what spirit is telling you, okay? Hopefully. But sometimes, you know, other karmic energy around can play with your mind, fuck with your mind, and try to like plant like seeds in your mind to make you think that this connection, all of this is fake and all of that. But it's really up to you, okay? It's your journey, it's your life. What's really important is what you believe, not what other people believe. And it's finding out that who cares like what other people think about this connection or you in general. It's caring about what makes you happy, you know, like, and also knowing that not to put up with bullshit. And you don't have to be like, so, okay, I'll go back into the reading because I'm going on a tangent right now, but I'll go back into why I mean that and why I say that, because it's important to balance out between dark and light, because it's a whole nother conversation within that, okay? So what came out was the Page of Swords. So she is also wanting to express small truths and speak a little bit of truth of the matter. Also, she could be watching divine feminine, mind you. If you are stalking it's okay, you know, because it's human nature. You're curious and you wanting to look at what your divine masculine's up to and all of that. But for this collective, I suggest not to do that. Like, try to stay away from checking up on their social media and everything like that. Like, I know the divine masculines check up on the divine feminine all the time, okay? Because, you know, they're trying to figure things out and they have their own reasonings. But with divine feminines, though, I'm not judging, but try to refrain from that. Now, if you're not doing that and you could care less and you're like, shh, you're like that, well, okay, good, you know, good, I'm proud of you. But if you are, you know, constantly checking up on them, constantly, you know, looking at their social media and everything, like, I ask you guys to refrain from doing that, okay? Because that's also a energy exchange, and that's kind of like being in that chasing mode. And right now, divine feminines need to, getting rid of that runner chaser dynamic thing going on, okay? So one thing that popped up right now, divine feminine saying divine masculine, is that judgment right now. So she's going through a time of judgment, okay? Also Archangel Gabriel, you could be associated with Archangel Gabriel a lot of the time. 8:08 by the way on the clock. Also I have been heavily connecting with Archangel Gabriel quite often lately, so I'm hearing that, also hearing there's a calling right now for the divine masculine. So I'm seeing that divine feminines are like, all right, pretty much calling my boo thing home, okay? Because mind you, you are home, divine feminine. You are the star. You are the North Star that leads your divine masculine home. You are the lighthouse. You are the lighthouse that leads your masculine home, okay? It's your choice if you want to turn the light off or not, okay? It's all up to you. But one thing for sure is that Archangel Gabriel has been sounding the horn. So I feel like if that pertains to, it's pretty much calling divine masculines to get their shit together in order to like really come forth and communicate what it is that they need to in order to move this connection forward, pretty much, all right? But do not rely and do not wait on that communication. Just focus on you, all right, divine feminine? Also, why I say Archangel Gabriel is because just recently I was going on one of my nature walks, and also, you know how people still have Christmas decorations still up, but around this time, this one particular time, there's this house that has this huge ass angel on top with the horn, and I knew right away that was Archangel Gabriel. So something is being sounded off as far as like a call. I'm seeing that there's a call or calling going on right now. And then also while I was looking at that, on the ground where I was walking on the dock wise, because I was by the water, by the way, there was a white feather left on there. So lots of angelic beings, lots of angels helping behind the scenes that you're not seeing like physically with your two eyes, but you're seeing with your third eye that there is movement forward going on right now in the connection. It's just you guys need to have faith and release control and release that stress and worry, that anxiety, okay, on is this gonna happen, you know, when is he gonna come, is he thinking about me, you know, it's just like, chances are everything that you're doing right now, the divine feminine, your counterpart is mirroring the exact same thing, but in different ways, in different aspects of their life. So that's why they're saying, Spirit is giving me so much information, my God. Spirit is saying, always asking yourself, does he love me? Does he love me? Does he love me? The amount of love, if this is a true twin flame connection, a true twin flame, the amount of love that you have for your counterpart is the same amount of love that counterpart has for you. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So there's no need to really ask on if they love you or not, or if they care for you or not. The amount of care and love that you show energetically, you could be mad at them all you want and everything like that, but your heart and your soul is not. Your 3D self is mad at them. Your 3D cells are not getting along, but your 5D selves are getting along quite fine in the 5D. They're flourishing. They've been having their shit together. It's the 3D version that has to catch up, okay, is what they're saying. All right. Okay, so, and the other card to come out with the divine feminine was the Two of Cups. So this is a recognition of a soulmate twin flame connection. Also, like I said, that Two of Cup notion, mending the Two of Cup. The angels, again, you're getting another divine card. You guys are mirroring one another. The divine masculine had the 10 of Cups and the Temperance card. Okay? And divine feminine has the Judgment card and the Two of Cups. You guys are mirroring one another in just different aspects, okay? This is another form of saying, like, it's kind of like the Four of Wands in a way. I wouldn't be surprised if the Six of Cups or the Four of Wands pop out later in the reading. But she is also, you know, working with the divine and her spirit guides and her team to also mend this connection together as well. Okay, to bring a equal give and take relationship, because mind you, it has to be equal, it has to be balanced, because when one person is giving too much and taking, or one's taking so much and giving, it's not balanced. The importance of balance is so crucial within all relationships. It doesn't even apply to just twin flames, but all relationships, even with your mother, your father, your sister, your grandfather, your grandmother. all of them require a balance of give and take. So the same thing goes for you and your counterpart, all right? And I'm actually really happy that you guys are mirroring one another with both the pages coming out. So Divine Feminine has the Page of Swords, Divine Masculine has the Page of Wands. So you guys are mirroring one another. You guys are making small approaches forward in order to help mend this connection. It's just right now, you guys are kind of like, I feel like you guys are mirroring one another as far as like fighting your ego. You know, just like last minute thoughts. Like, oh my God, I don't know, like, how is this gonna work out? It didn't work out last time. Or if, say for instance, you guys never dated or anything like that, you guys are like thinking that those past relationships that did not work out, you know, it's not gonna work out this time with this person if it's a new person, right? Because mind you, it doesn't mean that the person from a past, it could be a brand new person that you never even met. Yeah, so you guys are both mirroring one another. And it's okay, because I always say, a small beginning is better than no beginning. And I always want to stress out right now that it's not a bad thing if you and your counterpart decide to be friends, okay? Because I always say that friends are the foundation to healthy relationships. It doesn't matter what relationship, but if you have a healthy friendship between one another and you guys build that between one another, it creates a firm foundation to fall on when everything else is gone. So say for instance, like, if someone's not a good friend to you, what makes you think that they're going to be a good boyfriend, a good girlfriend, or a good husband, a good wife, you know, a good sister? They're not a good friend to not even themselves, okay? So they can't provide that for you. That's something that they're lacking of in order to provide for you, okay? So it's important for both the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine to love themselves, to focus on them. It's not just Divine Feminine that focuses on self-love. It's important for the Divine Masculine to focus on loving him so that he can offer that love to you, Divine Feminine. Because if he doesn't love himself, what makes you think that he's like gonna have a hard time expressing that to you? He doesn't even know how to express that to himself. So it's going back to the basics, which is like the page, going back to ground zero, ground one, and working your way up instead of just starting like right away at like the top. It's good to start from the bottom and work your way up slowly so that you can create a more firmer foundation to be built from, okay? So I just wanted to stress that out right now. There's a lot of information that is coming out. Okay, so right now I'm going to be asking Spirit, is there any advice that you would like to give to the Divine Masculine energy? Spirit, any advice to the Divine Masculine energy? Any advice for the Divine Masculine energy? Oh, okay. Well, 3 popped out. I'm going to ask for one more, since the lucky number is 4 today. Be careful of thoughts, feelings, and emotions and actions is what Spirit is saying. Right now it's a heavy time since Capricorn is in the air and Saturn is really working at work right now. It's important not to... Just be aware of that there's consequences to every action, okay? Whether positive or negative, it does not matter, all right? So the first things to pop out right now for the Divine Masculine, I'm really surprised. I'm shocked because the Magician and the Fool card popping out right now, it means that he is working on manifesting a new beginning for himself, like a new life pretty much, and he's working on gathering that courage to make that leap forward into that new life, that new journey, that new... because this is the new moon pretty much, so I am pulling for a new moon in Aquarius, mind you, so a lot of new energy coming forth, so a brand new beginning, and this was in the works. It has been in the works, by the way. Could be seeing infinity signs right now, a lot of solar plexus chakra, so working on that, gathering that courage and confidence within yourself, and also, you know, it's that Aries energy. I have been pulling the Fool card and channeling that for quite a while now, of like embarking on that brand new life, like walking through that doorway, that new portal. Since we, you know, this will be after the portal, that we walk through pretty much. So it's gathering the strength to jump forth into action, to take that, to harness that Aries energy of taking action on those goals. Okay. Now, you may feel tempted to be trapped in your thoughts. And like I said, it's that feeling stuck energy, like you're not seeing the fruits of your labor because of the illusion energy that has been going on right now. So if you've been feeling stuck, like you just can't move forward, just know that that is illusion within itself. The only person that is holding you back is yourself. No one else is. And it's hard to hear, trust me, but the one person that is holding yourself back is you. No one else. Okay, the person that holds myself back, as humans, we tend to blame other things outside of us to find reasoning, I guess, to reason with why we feel stuck or not moving forward. But theoretically, it's us, really. We're the ones that are holding ourselves back, whether that be out of fear, which is why I say fear is, I think that fear is the root of all evil. Okay, not money. I just think fear, period, is the opposite of love. And when we choose fear, that's usually when shit hits the fan, or when we feel stuck. But when we choose love, that's when you take off the blindfold and cut yourself free, and you're able to notice these new beginnings and new opportunities that are coming in. And I'm getting all this information that I'm saying right now is for myself as well. So I need to take my own advice as well. Okay. So hold on, I'm gonna pause this real quick. Okay, I am back. Okay. And why I say that is because I feel like they're saying humans will move unless we make them feel uncomfortable. They're saying, like, the humans don't like change unless we force them to move. And why I say that is because the Tower card. Now, this is nothing new, because I've been channeling this like since yesterday and a couple days right now, especially for the full moon energy and the eclipse. Like I said, things ending in order to create a new beginning. Things have to fall apart in order for you to build up something new on top of it, right? Which is why, like deconstruction, when you take a building down, it has to come down, right? Completely. And you got to knock it all out. And then you build a better foundation, because remember, the foundation is the first thing that you build on any type of structure, okay? Because that's what holds the structure. And yeah, and then you build from there, right? And it creates this beautiful end result, okay? So why I say that is because you may feel like things have been going so slow and things have been stuck and things haven't been moving forward, but really, in actuality, that is an illusion, and that there has been a lot of movement forward. So I'm seeing right now what they're saying is that this is Scorpion energy, by the way, and this is the Three of Wands, which is waiting for your ships to come in. So you've been manifesting, waiting for your seeds to grow, pretty much, or whatever that you've been manifesting for quite some time. And then comes a times where you feel like things are just not moving as smoothly as you would thought. But I think that, don't take this negatively. Tower moments can come in positive or negative forms. It doesn't matter. So I'm seeing that people are like, there are devastating times where people are losing their jobs. They are losing, people, places, and things that they thought that they were going to take with them into the new world, when in actuality, those things were only supposed to be there temporarily in order for you to grow, okay? That's why we call them karmic situations. So people, places, and things that are not going with you to the new world, it may seem painful right now when everything happens, because trust me, when the Tower moments happen, especially the heavy ones, it's like you feel like your whole world is rocked and that everything is ending and that nothing can get better. And it's like that dark night of the soul feeling. But trust me, when you get over to that other side of that, you're going to be thankful and grateful that those certain people, places, and things did not come with you, okay? Because then you're going to realize and have that awakening and realizations of why things didn't work out the way that it did. Things will make sense in the end. It always does. Things that were hidden in the dark shall always come to the light. It's always like that. That's just how the universe works, okay? So instead of worrying about it, instead of feeling like you're stuck in your mind and your thoughts, especially for the divine feminine energy is what I'm getting, feeling like things are not moving forward. I'm feeling like this is advice for the divine masculine, okay? But the divine masculine is feeling just as stuck as the divine feminine, okay? Which is why you haven't been seeing much movement forward, or just a little bit, you know, here and there, like spottiness here and there. It's not consistent. But just know that there's going to be a tower moment in a way where it's going to shake up the foundation for the divine masculine in order to help them move forward, okay? So they feel stuck now, okay? But they won't pretty soon, especially when this new moon comes. And I feel like that's the gift of it all, really. I feel like this tower moment is a gift and a blessing in disguise. I think that that's what this is. So divine masculine, don't be like afraid, you know, or anything like. It could be like a great tower moment. You could actually realize certain things that you're like, oh, you know, besides anything to do with the connection, it could be like mundane things, like just things that you've forgotten about that didn't make sense, and then all of a sudden it just makes sense now, and it's just like, oh, okay, well, that's a little tower moment. It's like just depends on your perception, okay, and how you perceive it when it is happening. It's all your reaction to it, really. That's pretty much the test of it all, is how do you react to these certain situations that are thrown at you, whether negative or positive. It's up to you whether you want to react negative or positive, right on back. It's like a boomerang effect, okay? So yeah, so that's the advice for the divine masculine. I'm gonna ask for the advice for the divine feminine. Advice for the divine feminine. Any advice for the divine feminine? I'll ask for one more card. Boo. Other than that, I'm really proud of everybody. Like, the thing is that we're so hard on ourselves and thinking that we're just failing, but really there's no such thing as failure. It's just all lessons, okay? So, divine feminine, advice. Okay. Okay, they're saying, okay. It's so funny because the divine masculine right now, he's doing okay. Like, weirdly enough, his energy is not as chaotic as the divine feminine for the new moon, but I feel like that's on purpose, okay? I feel like the energies, they switch and flip-flop all the time. So when one's hot, the other's cold. When one's cold, the other's hot. Like, it's like that yin effect. Anywho, the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, and also the Four of Cups. So I'm seeing divine feminine. When this truth does come in, when the divine masculine does come in fast, because mind you, it's going to be as fast as you're not going to expect it. Why? Because you're too focused on these. Again, you're mirroring the divine masculine with that Five of Cups energy, but this is the Four of Cups, okay? But when he does come in and offer this, try to be open-minded. Try not to be so close-minded on that matter. Try to be like, it doesn't mean that you have to accept your counterpart back right away, okay? Which is why I say don't feel rushed to make any decisions when this does come in, okay? However, don't go in that reclusive, like, stubborn, like, don't want to hear it, like, don't, like, wanting to shut off, you know, the opportunity that's coming in, because if you're like me, I tend to self-sabotage, especially like last minute. So you're thinking that, okay, I got this. But then when it actually does happen, when it actually does come in, be honest with yourself. Do you self-sabotage? Do you have last minute thoughts? Are like, right when the opportunity does come in, do you like freak out? Like, how do you react to that? Okay, because that's me. Okay, my ass, how I am, okay, that I fight a lot of the times, because I'm just being honest with you guys, which is what I don't like to. Okay, the thing is like, when I'm mentioning myself and I'm talking and I'm inserting myself into this, I don't mean to like be like in a narcissistic way. I'm just trying to relate the best way that I can by using some of my experiences in life, okay, so that someone doesn't make the same mistakes that I did or that I have, you know. But I have a habit of self-sabotaging. It's like I'm that chick where, because of past experiences and stuff like that, I have a hard time communicating my emotions and my feelings when it really comes down to it. So say for instance, I do things that are opposite to what I'm actually feeling. So, and that's just a normal human emotion, okay? But the thing is that for me, it's more like divine feminines. We could say like, oh, I'm mad at him, fuck him, you know, screw him, you know, whatever, he's with this other chick, whatever, blah, 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 whatever the situation is. I don't love him anymore, I'm gonna do me and everything like that. But then, theoretically, what happens when the divine masculine does show up, okay? Or someone that is like really like I'm talking about an awakened one, not an unawakened, talking about someone that really wants to give you true love that you actually deserve. Are you gonna self-sabotage that? Do you have discernment to choose to discern whether or not something is good for you or not? Have you been practicing your intuition in that matter? Okay, because divine feminines, they're saying advice-wise, when this does come in, doesn't mean you have to take him back, he or she. However, be open to their side and their perspective. Be open to them explaining their part of the journey, instead of being closed off and just running with your own perspective and your own opinion and running with it and thinking that that's truth, that's it. No. It's having that higher perspective, like removing yourself from that, getting out of that Four of Cups energy, that stubborn energy of being so closed off. It's being open, okay? But not so open to the point where you let someone trample over your boundaries, okay? It's finding that perfect balance, all right? So you are feeling like you're left out in the cold. You are fighting thoughts like that. The feelings of rejection are coming up to the surface right now. It's like I said, a lot of trigger energy, especially with the full moon Cancer. Just especially if the divine, it doesn't matter. If you walked away, divine feminine, or he walked away, it does not matter. That's not the whole point of this, of whether someone walked away or not. It's of a matter of it's important to know your worth and your value, okay? And if someone is not showing you the effort nor treating you in the way that you deserve, they're not treating you the way that you deserve. You deserve love, you deserve unconditional love, you deserve someone who's patient, someone that is going to be by your side, that's not going to, you know. And that's why I always get like the misconception of like, people can get so stuck in your head like, oh, if he runs away then that's not your twin, and yada 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 yada. It's not so simple, okay? If people deal with past experiences, it's not an excuse. It should not be used as an excuse. No mental illness or past should be used as an excuse to act in a bad behavior, okay? You are accountable for your own behavior, and there are consequences for that, for treating someone a certain way. Now, I'm not saying that the way that the divine masculine treated the divine feminine was right, okay, or wrong, but it's realizing that you guys both had a part in it. You guys are both guilty. You guys are both, you know, it's a two-way street. I always say that to people. Yeah, someone can hurt. Doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that, you know, it was warranted or any of that matter. But it's kind of removing yourself and detaching yourself. Well, what did I do wrong, per se? Not wrong, but what could have I done better, in a way? Because just as much as the divine masculine fucks up and, you know, they're going through their own thing, we fuck up too. And we have our own faults and we have our bad days as well. We're not perfect, okay? So there's aspects, yeah, we feel rejected, and why I say that, it's heartbroken and left out in the cold and everything like that. But divine feminine spirit is saying right now, because I'm channeling this, let it go, okay? What happened in the past is in the past, all right? All right? I'm not saying that, like, you know, especially if divine masculines like cheated on you, especially people in the past, not even your DM, but past relationships that had nothing to do with your divine masculine, that hurt and pain of a betrayal that you felt from someone. It's not a good feeling, okay? However, that doesn't mean you deserved it. And that doesn't mean you deserve to be treated wrongfully your whole life, okay? Whether that be from your divine masculine or soulmate, anybody. No one deserves to be treated as a second option, nor as someone to be taken advantage of, okay? But there are, you know, let's be realistic, there are people who have experiences of people wrongfully forcing and taking away people's free will in that matter, in that choice, okay? Doesn't mean it's right. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means that shit happens, okay? And people all deal and heal in many different ways. And it's important to just focus on the way that you heal. And you are not responsible for the way that the divine masculine heals or the way that anybody heals in life, or the way that they go through their awakening. So feel that emotion. Feel it, okay? I'm not saying don't feel it and just let it go, like you know, like conceal, don't feel, like that fucking Frozen song, Let It Go. No, feel the emotion. Yeah, you probably were left out in the cold. Yeah, you probably left the divine masculine out in the cold. Doesn't matter. What matters is that there was no balance in the connection at one point, and that there needs to be. And in order for that to happen, you must create balance within yourself and in your life before that even reflects anywhere outside of you, whether that be within other connections, etc. So whatever this is, okay, you are holding on to certain aspects of the past that you need to let go of as well, divine feminine. And this goes for me as well, okay? And the same goes for divine masculine. They have to let go of a lot of things quite often because they go through their journey just a little bit later. However, they don't make things a lot more complicated. I just see that as that. Like, divine masculines don't make things a lot. I'm just going to say it like that. They don't. Us feminines, we make things a lot more complicated than it needs to be sometimes. Just because of us overthinking a lot and being in our head. But that's just how we were made. We are more emotional based, okay? Divine masculines are more logical based, more like earth based, so they're not really in their head a lot. We are. Remember, we rule the higher chakra regions, the crown, the third, and the throat. So of course we're going to be battling our head, our crown chakra quite often. But divine masculines, they rule the lower chakra region, so they have to deal with that distorted masculine aspects about themselves and everything like that. So they have to learn to be more in connection with their emotions, which is when you learn that both male and both female, both feminine, both masculine, doesn't matter the gender really, when you learn that they are both made entirely different for their own purposes and not try to change that, but like change it in a good way where you're transmuting that negative energy or that negative paradigm, it's like releasing that expectation of what you think a masculine should be or what you think a feminine should be like. There should be no expectations of what they should be like. They are just perfect the way that they are, both masculines and feminines aspects of themselves, you know, healthy, positive aspects of an awakened masculine and feminine, okay? We all have a habit as humans trying to change other people because we think that if we're changing, then those that we love have to change with us. But that's not the case. It's not our responsibility to force change on other people. It's up to them when they want to change and when they want to better their lives or when they want to turn their lives around. It is not up to you. It's up to them. Okay? So release control in that aspect. The only person that you can change is yourself, not anyone else. Okay. This is going to be a long video, and I'm sorry. And if you're still here, again, you're the OG. So now that I got advice for the divine feminine, which was quite a bit, and divine masculine, I'm gonna overall pull a card from spirit and just ask, like, overall what to expect for the new moon and any possible like outcomes or yeah, just possible like positive outcomes of what to be aware of, because you know, I don't I don't like talking about negative energy and negative aspects, but it's needed. You need both negative and positive. Things can't always be positive. Things can't always be negative. What goes up must come down. What go down must come up. You know, it's that. Oh. Oh no. That was my fault. I got 5 cards. I think 5 cards would be perfect. Alright. Yeah, no. Okay, they're telling me to pull one more. Okay. One more card and then I'll end it off there. Okay. So what first popped out that caught my mind, or eye, my bad. Hold on. And this might be my longest video yet, but I'm sorry. This is for all the new moon and new energies that are going on. By the way, the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune has been popping out quite often, which is representation of tens, which is end of a cycle. So if you've seen 10 tens or just tens in general, it means coming to the end of a cycle in order to be in a new one. So the end is the beginning is the end, you know, that type of thing. Circle of life type of thing is what they're saying to me right now. So yeah, so theoretically this is pretty much the ending of old things in order for the new to come in. So what else popped out was the Queen of Wands. So getting into that Queen of Wands energy and power. So gaining that, like, I'm getting that solar plexus, that 8 energy, that infinity energy, that Leo energy. So like I said, a lot of solar plexus chakra is being activated for both the counterparts. So getting into that energy of gathering the courage and the strength and the confidence in order to, like I said, move into this next cycle of life, pretty much. Now, what popped out that really like caught my eye right now is now the Chariot came flying out. All right, so but the Chariot is Cancer energy, so we are still like in the Cancer full moon energy right now. This is going to be coming in faster than you think, but in divine timing, right? Because our time is illusion, okay, and which is why they're telling me to point it out. I don't want to, but which is why I always wear a broken watch or a broken clock, because it reminds me that time is illusion and I have infinite time and space in order to complete my mission here on Earth, okay? So it's there. The type of fast that I'm talking about is possibly like 5D fast. Now, it means that it will take time for it to reach the 3D, okay? But the thing is that we are moving so fast now that it's 2020 into the 5D template that manifestation is popping off faster than how it usually would be. So typically the amount of time that it would take for you to manifest something back then, it's like you upgraded from 4G to 5G, which I don't agree with 5G, by the way. If you read into 5G, that shit's not cool, but it is like that when things are getting a lot faster, is what I'm saying. So, Chariot card. And this new beginning, pretty much, that's coming in, this fast new beginning, is coming in pretty fast. Now, the contradictory of that is that the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles came out. And why I say that there's a difference between the 5D and 3D is that it may seem like slow in the 3D, but it is fast in the 5D. So it's getting into that mind frame of you have everything that you could possibly want, and you already own it, you already have it, you're already in possession of it, right? Because your birthright is pretty much to be happy and to live your life the way that you were meant to on here on Earth, whatever you signed up for, you know. But this new beginning, the Knight of Pentacles is known as the slowest moving knight in the deck, okay? Nonetheless, he still gets to his destination. Even though it's slow, he still gets there. So it's like that thing of the turtle wins the race, all right? It's that same concept. You're still going to get to the same destination, but it may take a little slower than you would like it to, but it will be worth it in the end. Does that make sense? So Also, this could represent divine masculines could be coming in slow. So if you're dealing with like Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, especially if you're dealing with a Taurus divine masculine, you're going to be waiting for quite a bit. But I'm just kidding. It's just, you know how Tauruses are. They can, especially earth signs, they're a little bit more slower. But they still get to their destination nonetheless. And they want to bring in this new beginning. Also, I'm seeing more of a tangible gift, like someone wanting to give a tangible gift to the divine feminine. And why they say that is because you're right here, Queen of Pentacles, standing in your power, standing on your throne, focusing on you and your coins, and you're focusing on grounding yourself and your energy, because mind you, the Spirit has been asking the majority of the collective of divine feminines to get into your Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles energy. So grounding yourself and getting one with your emotions. So grounding your emotions, okay? There comes a time where you have to switch in and out, like between your Queen of Pentacles, your Queen of Wands, your Queen of Cups, you know, Queen of Swords energy. There's times where you have to like pop out of that, right? Because I'm seeing the Queen of Wands right here. Now, I'm not getting third party energy. It's just more so if there was, okay, a third party energy that is ending. Okay, so Queen of Wands can also represent like a karmic, you know, and I see the Wheel of Fortune here. So say for instance, when I say the end is the beginning is the end, I'm seeing right now that if there was any karmic situations, whether that be person, place, or thing, doesn't mean it has to be romantically, that is coming to an end. That is coming and falling apart, right? In order for the new to come in, all right? So it's going to take some time, all right? And I'm seeing a tangible offer. I really am. Like whether that be gifts. So if your divine masculines visiting you in the dream state or visiting you actually like physically, you'll start to notice that they're wanting to give gifts or offerings in order to make amends. Like, I don't know, divine masculines just think that they have to give gifts in order to say I'm sorry. I mean, it's nice, it's not necessary, because like divine feminines, you guys don't necessarily care about the physical gifts. You guys don't. You don't care about physical material things, really. I mean, yeah, it's appreciative. A girl likes her shopping and everything like that. A divine feminine does, but that's not the end all be all. Like divine feminines, like especially how a karmic would be. A karmics are more so focused on money, like masculines who have money and everything like that, and they take advantage of that. Divine feminines are more so like they don't care necessarily about the material gain or whatever. They don't care, because divine feminines have their own shit. Okay, it's that it's that concept of I have my own. I know that I have my own, and I know that you have your own. But it's so sexy knowing that you still want to shower me or give me time and everything like that. The only thing that really matters to divine feminines right now is communication, healthy communication, a balance of give and take, respect. You know, they like time more so than gifts. You know, time is very important. Like time spent together is very important. Just a balance of a give and take relationship, basically. But that also requires for the divine feminine to be on her P's and Q's, and also being able to give to herself as well as give to the divine masculine. So everything has its purpose and its reasons for it right now. I don't want to make this too long, okay, because I could go on forever about it, because I've been getting a lot of downloads, and you know, you can thank 2020 for this. But yeah. So again, Hermit at the bottom of the deck, going within, really diving deep within, and focusing on balancing out between your mind, body, and soul. And right now there is a crow that just flew by and is perched up on a branch, just looking down. So if you're connected with birds, or you're seeing crows, or you're seeing some type of any type of bird in general, or you're connecting with birds, just know that that is a sign from spirit letting you know that, you know, a message is coming through. A message is coming through. Because they're messengers, right? And the crows, they associate messengers of death, so I'm getting more so messengers of like tower moments, so like warning signs. Also, divine masculine, like I said, with tower moments, they can be both positive and negative. It just depends on your perception. But nonetheless, be open to it, be open-minded, And as long as you're open-minded and you're detached to like the outcome, or you're just detached to a certain emotion that triggers for you, it allows for you to really realize the bigger picture and have a higher perspective of it all. It really does. And yeah, it does. And so I think that right now they're saying that time, like right now, it's fertile. Like the air is fertile right now for any manifestation work. So especially for full moon. So now is the time about releasing, but this reading is for the new moon. So this describes all that newness that's coming in after this huge release, after all the tower moments and the releasing of the past, and just releasing of the old beliefs, old mindsets, old everything pretty much. Then it allows for any new opportunities to come in, okay? But try to stay out of your head. Try to not like wait, like sit and wait, divine feminines. Just focus on you. And you know, the divine, they'll bring someone or that is for you, whether there's a soulmate, twin flame, whatever. Just know that it's a win-win situation. It's not like a win-lose. I think the only thing that's really losing is the fact that if the divine masculines do not get their shit together in time, that they will risk losing the connection entirely for this lifetime, okay? That they would probably have to get it right the next lifetime. But yeah, like I said, you can never really like break the connection. It's that red screen of fate, like, and you have free will, mind you, so take into account that free will is very important in this, okay? So both counterparts have free will, and I feel like both counterparts are not really giving up on the connection. You can't. It's impossible. So anywho, I am wishing you guys nothing but love and light. I'm gonna go ahead and end the reading now and close it off and send you guys on your way, you know, wishing you guys a beautiful and safe full moon. Oh my god, I'm starting to notice that all queens have popped out. The Queen of Wands, the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. This is why I said I'm not getting third-party vibes. I'm getting that vibe of divine feminine. In order to become the Empress, you have to learn to embody all queens, which balancing out between the four, which is the four queens. The four queens makes the Empress, just as much as the four kings make the Emperor for the divine masculine, okay? So I'm going to close this off right now. One more. Okay. Alright. So the first one to pop out, like I said, is the Queen of Swords. So try not to be so much in the Queen of Swords energy. Only when you need to speak your truth and set firm boundaries and being able to, you know, just express yourself in a healthy manner, not in a unhealthy manner, okay? And this goes for both counterparts, not just divine feminine, okay? But being able to express your truth in a healthy manner is so important, and in a respectful, cordial manner, without feeling the need to hurt others, okay? And why I say that is because the devil came out, so be careful of self-sabotaging thoughts. Also, we are in Capricorn season, by the way, so this could, all of this could be popping off. Like I said, this is the new moon in Aquarius, so it is happening within Aquarius, Capricorn season, by the way. So, I'm sorry. I'm just really like shocked right now. I shouldn't be shocked. I should not be shocked. I am so dramatic. Oh my god, I am so dramatic. Anyway. Why I say I'm so dramatic is because, guys, I was going to close out the reading. I'm glad that I pulled more cards. I said I wouldn't be surprised if I was channeling the Star card from the beginning, wasn't I? And also the Four of Wands. Bitch. Okay. Four of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Star card, Aquarius energy. What am I pulling for? The Aquarius new moon. And what's coming in? A new beginning, right? And so what happens when a new beginning comes in? Fucking devil energy. Why? Because it tests your faith. It tests the faith that you have in this connection. So this is also union energy. So if you've been seeing 1111, kudos. Also stars, divine feminines, you connect with the star. Like I said, you are the North Star that leads this home. Okay, keep shining your light, regardless of with or without anyone, counterpart. Just shine regardless. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're shining things to lead someone home necessarily. I mean, yeah, it does attract, but it also, just as much as it attracts your divine counterpart, the light also attracts negative entities and not self-serving thoughts. So just as much as it attracts light, right, it attracts the dark too. But it's important to remember that just as much as we fear the dark fears you. So keep that in mind, right? Speak your truth in a healthy manner, okay? Speak your passions. Go forth towards your passions, all right? Also, try to avoid self-sabotaging thoughts and emotions. Feel your emotions and release them. But just know that the divine is working on healing this and mending this connection. I'm also getting wedding vibes. I'm seeing wedding rings, marriages. But that's in the future. It doesn't mean like it's going to happen right away, all right? It's just I'm seeing that this could lead to that, okay? Yeah. So, Age of Aquarius, guys. I'm wishing you guys nothing but the best, all right? Stay safe out there, okay? And make sure to ground your energy. That's all I gotta say. I don't think there's anything more to say other than that, you know? Oh, okay. And at the bottom of the deck, I'm gonna end it there. 8 of Wands. What did I say? Communication coming through. I was saying that earlier. I was like, I'm getting the 8 of Wands vibe. Anywho, much love to you guys. Peace to you guys, and see you guys in my next video. Bye.
That's right. I know it seemed hard sometimes, but remember one thing. Through every dark night, there's a bright day after that. So no matter how hard it gets, stick your chest out, keep your head up, and handle it. I sit here reminiscing and I hope you're listening. In the position of pressure and all the competition, me and you was meant to be my destiny. No longer lonely, cause now it's on for you and me.